Welcome back to another video, and it's the weekly Sim Racing News Roundup. And I want to start off with some extremely sad news, and that is, if any of you have ever watched Sim Racing Paddock YouTube channel, the guy that ran it, William Marsh, has passed away, unfortunately. I read the news on Race Department this afternoon, and I've watched an awful lot of his content on Sim Racing Paddock. It was one of my regular channels that I subscribe to and watch, and I just really wanted to make mention of it in the weekly update and pass on my thoughts and condolences to his friends and family. It is a loss to the community, quite frankly, because his content was excellent and I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to miss it and him as a result. So yeah, extremely sad news, that one. Moving on from that, and you know, it's difficult to, but I want to make sure that the weekly news gets out there as normal. We've got news that Raceroom has had an update. This is mainly around balance of performance, so around the GT3 stock in there. So the GT3 cars have pretty much all had some BOP work done on there, and some new liveries have been added, and a bit of work has been done on the Road America circuit. Moving on from Raceroom, Dirt 5 has had an update. So this is preliminarily to support the Uproar content pack, which is a DLC pack, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But there's also, they've added the new After Dark Playground update with new items, nighttime conditions for Arizona and Italian play zones, a load of new liveries, sorry, playgrounds, not play zones, a load of new liveries, support for private lobbies, and a whole host of technical updates. So same as with everything, you'll find a link down below for that one. The Uproar content pack adds 4 new cars. They're all kind of fictional cars, but there's 4 new cars in there. Some more achievements and trophies, more career events, sponsors, liveries, etc. So more content all round for Dirt 5 in that regard. We've also had an update for BeamNG Drive, and that is basically they've added in a new car, the Wendover, and they've also added in a lot of other tweaks and fixes to BeamNG. Not had a chance to play around with this update. In fact, I've had a busy week, I haven't had a chance to play around with a great deal. This is one of 2 big updates I've not had a chance to look at in detail, but yeah, there's a lot going on with BeamNG, including the ability to now get out of the car and walk around and to jump from car to car if you want to as well. So that should prove interesting, to say the least. And then finally, in the weekly news, we've got Automobilista 2, which celebrates its first anniversary of coming out of early access release, and it's not as sizable an update as they wanted to get in time for this first anniversary, but they're going to be adding more to the game over the next few weeks. First news is we've got some additional layouts for one of the tracks, Jacara Pagua. I don't know, I can't pronounce that, it's a tricky one to pronounce. They've also added in a new historical car class, the Formula Retro Generation 2, which has got 2 cars in it, a generic historic racer of their own creation, and also the Lotus 79. There's also a lot of work been done on LSD and driveline friction levels, which will help a lot of these cars as well, so significant physics developments. We've also got the news that the championship mode will now allow you to basically run up to 4 championships side by side, and this is part of what's being done towards putting in the custom championship feature, which should be coming soon, I hope anyway. So that's the weekly news. In terms of the material you've been watching and what's been going on here, The car in question is one of Dan Busco's creations, and he always puts together some really solid work. And this particular one is a Porsche 911, a 993 generation car, but this is an RWB modified one. It looks divisive, let's be perfectly honest, but it's an incredibly well modelled car in terms of visuals, and it's just fun to drive, and to my mind it suited the I won't call it a track because it is more of a free roam experience that I wanted to highlight this week. Now I'm sure most of you are well aware of the Shuto revival project. Well, they've just released this week a big update to the project, which as I'm sure you know, takes into account almost 200 kilometres of the Shuto highway system around Tokyo, and there's been a lot of tweaks around this to generally improve it. Work has been done on the vehicles, sorry, not the vehicles, but on about. Work has been carried out on the building models. Lots more scenery has been added. A couple of new junctions have been added and tweaked as well as some visual improvements and some improvements on the actual road surface as well. And it's as enjoyable as ever. And I'll leave links to both of these down below, so both the car and the track, if you want to check them out. They are well worth taking a look at. So that's this week's Sim Racing News roundup for you, and I hope you all have a good Easter weekend. Take care, and I'll speak to you all next week. Thanks very much. Bye.